been a really tough time for people that work in the gaming industry, particularly this week at Microsoft. They've laid off over 9,000 people. My name's Jason, and this is GametechUK. As I say, there's been lots of cuts across the entire gaming industry, but these particular cuts from Microsoft are going quite deep. Not only have they let all of those people go, they're also cutting some games, cancelling some IPs, and some of them are quite surprising. There's some really anticipated titles that have now been shelved, such as The Perfect Dark. There's a rumoured Banjo-Kazooie project that was going to come out on Xbox and PC. That's now been shelved, along with a shooter game by John Romero. But if reports are to be true, the biggest surprise is that Turn 10 Studios, responsible for Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon, are set to lose 50% of their workforce, and the Forza Motorsport IP is to be put on hold, and the team to be little more than a support role for Forza Horizon. Now, this information has come from a former Turn 10 employee, Fred Russell, and Fred hasn't worked at Turn 10 for quite a while, but it's fair to believe he would still have connections within the team, so the reports do sound to be true. And if so, I think the poor reception to the last edition of Forza Motorsport could have been the final nail in the coffin for them. With Forza Horizon's arcade gameplay and the open world to explore, I'm sure it fits into the more casual approach and therefore neatly into the Game Pass family that Microsoft seem to like publishing, and I'm sure it makes more money from extra purchases and microtransactions than Forza Motorsport. So if this is going to go ahead and if this news is true, I'm sure that's a deciding factor in choosing between the two IPs. Now, of course, Microsoft is a huge business, a global business, with over 228,000 employees. So when you look at it like that, 9,000, it's probably not as bad as it first seems. Of course, for those 9,000 people, it's terrible news. But actually, as a whole, as a fraction, it's not too bad. It's just that from our point of view, gamers, 4,000 of those layoffs come directly at Xbox. I should imagine with the success of Game Pass, which is absolutely huge, now means that people don't buy games like they used to. And the subscription model, which many people said wasn't sustainable, is now showing its shortcomings for the future financial health of Xbox. A recent study by an industry analyst at Sakana has shown that the ages between 18 and 24, the spending on video games has gone down by 25% since last year. I mean, with the Nintendo Switch costing around the same price as a full-blown PlayStation 5 and most AAA games being around £70 to £80, this is not surprising. The only thing that does confuse me a little bit is the fact that around a year ago, Microsoft were buying up every gaming studio they could get their hands on. Now all of a sudden they're taking 4,000 cuts directly from that department. So that does confuse me a little bit. But I'd love to know in the comments section, just leave me a comment before you go. What do you think of all this? Do you think that that's a surprising amount of people to let go? What do you think of the official IPs that are being cut, and also the rumour of the fact that there is no more Forza Motorsport? Does that bother you? Is it a staple diet of your Xbox? I'd love to know in the comments section below. But thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.